The 7-Minute Report with Jamaal, Bethea, only on Clutch TV.
Heads up, eyes front. This is the 7-Minute Report with me, Jamaal Bethea, only on Clutch TV. Whether sports, whether insight, or whether culture, each segment is only 7 minutes. Man, let's go. You know, I've been a fan of TJ for a couple of years now. Honestly, probably about 4 or 5, to be honest. I've been talking about TJ McConnell and how I felt like he was a little undervalued on the Pacers bench. Looking at this team, the way they've built it, he's really a big part of the second lineup, so I no longer feel that way. But I also felt like he just wasn't getting maybe necessarily enough minutes, given what I know he actually can produce. And it's funny because, you know, now that Game 6 has gone past and TJ McConnell was yet again very important for the Pacers in a Game 6 win to push this to 7, like, none of us thought that Indiana would win Game 1. I gave them one game to win. And then none of us would expect them to win this game, especially with the health report of Tyrese Halliburton. But the truth of the matter is, the Pacers have, I'm proud of them. Whether they win or not, you know, I think they've made their mark on the NBA. Was it Game 5? I want to say it was Game 5. Tyrese Halliburton sustained his injury, and we all could tell something was afoot with him, right? TJ McConnell had 18 points in 18 minutes in Game 5, and then he sat most of the fourth quarter, and by the time he got on the court, it was out of reach. I think that's like the one mistake Rick Carlisle really made, in this series, was just not, if your guy off the bench it has 18 points in the 18 minutes he's played going into the fourth quarter. For most people, this is easily at least an attempt at a 30-point game. And I just don't feel like he got that ability. And I feel like that's a key reason why the Pacers didn't walk away as champions last night. You know what I mean? Like they let go in the fourth quarter, and the Thunder made their runs and did what they were supposed to do to crawl back and win Game 5, which was huge to go up 3-2. But hey, now it's going to a Game 7. And, you know, I just was, talking about TJ McConnell because it's funny. I saw this on Facebook, actually, that TJ McConnell is the first player in the history of the NBA Finals off the bench with 60 points, 25 assists, and 15 rebounds. I saw somebody in the comments saying something. I'm not sure if it's true, so don't quote me, but apparently he might be leading the finals in steals as well. Ladies and gentlemen, even back when he was a part of the Philadelphia 76ers, I used to always tell people I like TJ McConnell. I'll say it loud and proud. Sometime when I play 2K, he's my starting point guard because he's little, he's fast, but he can really shoot. So you can do a lot of things with him. There's always the ability to drive to the basket, but because he's shorter, then there's three-pointers and mid-range jump shots. TJ McConnell honestly can do it all. Sometimes me and my father have conversations about like Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving or Stephen Curry. What if these guys were 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", like LeBron, right? What about then? And I want to put that on the table, to be honest, with TJ McConnell. If TJ McConnell probably at the most is about maybe 6'2". He's like 6 feet, 6'2", he's short. What if TJ McConnell was 6'6"? I think we would be having Austin Reeves type conversations about TJ McConnell. I really honestly do. I think he's that good. I just think that God didn't give him much height as far as NBA height. In real life, being over 6 feet makes you very tall. He would probably tower over me, ironically. Seeing him on TV, he looks this big, but in real life, he's, rather tall. But TJ McConnell can play, man. And so, I was glad to see him really get more minutes in this game. I mean, Rick Carlisle is a championship coach. I'm not surprised that he probably realized, I should have went to TJ sooner in the fourth quarter of Game 5. So I'm definitely going to go to him in Game 6 when we're not even sure what we're going to get out of Tyrese. Now, Tyrese Halliburton showed up to play. Hey, man, this guy's proven a lot of things to a lot of us. I think winning a championship would give probably like a vote of confidence towards being a superstar or being considered a superstar by more people. ESPN had been having conversations for weeks about if Tyrese Halliburton was a superstar. I agree with Stephen A. Smith that he is not yet a superstar. He is definitely on the trek to becoming a superstar, so don't trip at all, especially with his how clutch he's been in the fourth quarter, especially in this playoff run. You can't hold a guy like that down to a star level if he's showing you he has superstar in him. But because he's a small market guy and because he's a point guard in an era where even point guards shoot first, and offense is the easiest way to always appreciate what somebody offers the sport of basketball. It's not the only important thing, but it is essentially what most people know they can gain recognition from doing. And the truth of the matter is Tyrese Halliburton is a very good offensive player, but I'm not sure we would consider him a great offensive player. Now, if you're looking at him being a scorer and a facilitator, never mind, he is excellent. But number one guys largely have to do with scoring. And I think that's a part of what made Magic different. And maybe Steve Nash a bit underrated because people thought like one of the MVPs he got, he didn't deserve. Maybe Halliburton is, that classic point guard archetype in an era full of players who are really, shoot first guys. Even LeBron gets credit for being a pass first player. LeBron is a shoot first player. Tyrese Halliburton may just be that old model. For a long time, we would say Chris Paul's the only pure point guard in the NBA. Maybe Tyrese is of that ilk. Maybe there are other point guards of that ilk. So maybe that is what makes him a superstar. Last year he averaged 20 and 11. I think this year he averaged like 18 and 8. So his regular season numbers weren't the same. But the Pacers actually were second in the entire league since January 1st behind the Thunder. So number one, you have the second best ranked offense in the whole NBA, the Pacers. So they can go toe to toe with Oklahoma City as far as scoring. They really can. Their defense was the issue, but they've been better in the playoffs. So the Pacers really do deserve to be here. That was why I kind of went on that down barrel a little bit. They really did deserve to be here, and they are a damn good team, and I would be proud of them as an NBA fan if they became champions. I rooted for the Thunder, but I think the strength in numbers obviously is just when you run 11 guys, 15 minutes a game, you have a lot of trust in your team. So, and I think this speaks to why Rick Carlisle is who he is. And I just think for Game 7, TJ needs to be on the court. He needs to get a lot of time. Tyrese Halliburton looked fine injury-wise, so maybe he'll stick with Hallie. But, I would even put Hallie and TJ McConnell on the floor at the same time sometimes because TJ can shoot. TJ can definitely shoot if you leave him open, but he's quick and he knows how to get to the basket. So I'm just glad to see TJ McConnell getting a little bit of shine.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to watch more of the 7-Minute Report with Jamaal Bethea, only on Clutch TV.